racetrack, and that's where I've had the biggest issues during the races here. So we'll hopefully be good during those conditions and see how it goes.
Does it make it waxy? Does it make it just slick?
Or? It just is. It's very slick. It's almost like hitting a split spot on the road.
Okay.
You definitely feel it.
What can Darien make a call for to change that? Like, what's something that they'll hear in their headsets today when they listen to the race?
Nothing. It's just making the car drivable enough to when we do go over it, it's not out of control.
Okay.
So that's one thing that I've had is that when we go into the corners, we've been out of control for the most part.
Best thing about qualifying on pole is Denny gets to pick his pit stall first. So here it's so crucial because they're so small and narrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll be able to pit the first one pitting out. Is that what you selected? You normally do, but I just want to...
Yeah,
okay.
We'll be the last pit box all the way on the end, entering turn 1. And what that does is it eliminates the amount of time that we're on pit road. Obviously, say you're pitted here in the middle, you have deceleration time into your box and acceleration out of your box. Now that time's all taken away basically when you pick the last pit box because the speed outline is right next to your box, so you can go as hard as you want on the way out.
As soon as they twist that jack, you just gun it and you're out, and then the positions at that line are frozen, so others will be racing down where Denny just has to get the jack drop, the tires hit the ground, and he's out. So that's a big help to you, just as far as, hey, I don't have other cars pulling in front of you.
Exactly. And hopefully, I'm not sure who's behind us, but hopefully it's someone that will go a lot down and it'll give us an advantage on entry as well.
Okay, perfect. Denny also won the race last weekend at Loudon. Good time for all of us. 5 wins so far, 3 poles. How is the season going overall in your mind as far as what you were focused on and what the goals are?
It's going as planned. If it wasn't for Chicago, which was unplanned, running out on the last lap, but still as things are going well, we started performing well 3 to 4 races before the chase, and so we're still riding that wave of momentum.
Okay, and then this is race number 3 of 10 in the chase. Then next weekend is Talladega. Anything that you can prepare yourself for Talladega, or is it really a crapshoot? I know I ask you this every year when we talk, like the next race is Talladega. Crapshoot, or you know what, I'm really determined to hang it back and to come up front with 20 to go.
A lot of how I'll race next weekend will be how I finish this weekend. Every race I'm going to treat it as itself and try to get the best finish as I can. But really, these next 2 are the big wild cards in the chase. After that, you go into racetracks where you can pretty much control your own destiny. You're less apt to get into an incident at those racetracks, but these next 2, between here and Talladega, there's typically more attrition than what there is at other racetracks.
And then after that, race tracks that you've won at, which helps, right? As soon as you pull in here on Thursday night or Friday morning, hey, you know what, I've won here in Texas. This is cool. Yeah. It should be good for me. Or Martinsville, of course, Denny is the mayor there in Martinsville. He's won so many times. But it's good to go to those places, right? Like the feeling or the vibe you have.
Yeah, once you have a feeling in your car that if you're successful with it, it's easier to search for it and look for it. So, karaoke.
Where you at?
Is it good?
Is that
fantasy football update? Needed him today. Oh my God. Sorry. Well, I'll tell you what. All of you have a hat or a hero card that you may want to get signed. So what we'll do on that little break is we will allow you to get 1 autograph per person with Denny, and Steven, our photographer, will take a photograph with you against the backdrop right here. You can queue up on either side here, but we'll make it orderly. It's a smaller group, so it'll be very quick. But Denny will position himself right here. Just go ahead and stand up. We'll get the little guy first. Silver pen. Let me get that out of the desk just really quickly. Silver pen.
Oh, yeah. What's the race? I tell everybody I'm going to be running up and down there ready to throw up at any minute. You guys are going to be up here eating the hot dogs and drinking the Cokes. But anyway, I wanted to stop by and just say a big thanks to everybody. I have to laugh every time I get a good reception up here. I think about all the times that I come in these different areas with the football team. And I always tell everybody, I said, I got a bone to pick with you guys. All you guys that pull for somebody else, when I go in those stadiums, some of the names you guys call me, I don't even know what those things are. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you, football and then racing. I was riding down the street the other day with a good friend of mine, and we've been together for about 25 years or so, started different things together, and so I'm riding down there, and Don looks over at me and he goes, "Hey, Joe," he said, "I want to thank you." And I said, "For what, Don?" And he goes, "Football and racing. What else is there?" I told him, I said, "We're both happily married, so that pretty much wraps it up." If you don't like football and racing, you're probably on life support someplace. But anyway, it's been a thrill for us. Did Denny come by?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all probably got the scoop on. I think the one thing that he probably didn't add, Denny, every time we talk about Dover, he starts sweating. You know what I mean? Man, Dover, I got to get by Dover. And so his game plan is to get by and have a good day. So we come Friday morning for practice. I'm here, and the K&N cars had just finished qualifying, so they put down some rubber on the track. They're not quite sure what the track's going to be like. And so Denny goes out with the very first group of Cup cars, and you figure he's going to kind of take it easy, you know what I mean, get the feel of the track and everything. His first lap is full bore. That thing was 0.2 faster than anybody for the entire practice. And I'm standing over there going, oh my gosh. So let me say this, he wasn't bashful. He took right off. And then we came back and won the pole, which was an awesome deal. Had a great experience yesterday with our nationwide car. We, for some reason here, I think it's like 7 wins out of the last 13 races or something here. Really had a great experience there with Joey. Had our young kid, Darrell Wallace, set on the pole for that race. And then he set on the pole for the K&N race the day before and finished second. So had a good weekend so far. We love coming here. I got to tell you, this racetrack has really been something. As much as Denny kind of is afraid of it, it's been great for us. Kyle's won here both in Nationwide and Cup. I think he has a real good car. If you saw practice, it almost got away from him on the first lap, and he turned around the second lap and qualified 5th. So I think we got 2 good cars. Joey's going to start 14th. So I think we got real good cars. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how we do today. I thought I might take a question or two if anybody's got a question. You got to make sure it's easy. I'm the PE major, okay? Don't ask me to split the atom or something. PE majors, that's ballroom dancing and handball. That's what I took it about.
What do you think of RG3?
RG3, that's an easy one. I think RG3, if we can keep him healthy, I really think he's got everything you want in a quarterback, and I think he seems to be the right kind of person. They just had a tough time the last 2 games. It's been a tough deal for them. So hopefully they can make a play at the right time here and get going. So Redskins, I'm a still big Redskin fan and pull hard for them. So yeah, good. We got a couple of them. I always tell the Redskin fans, I say, I forgive you. And they always look at me and go, what do you mean? I said, for those 15 years I coached, can you imagine how many times they sat in front of their TV set, watch me make those calls, turn to their friend, and go, this guy's an idiot.
Never, Coach.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate that. But you're the only one that has it.
And then you just look at your
But we had a ball. Pat and I and the boys, we go to Washington, and you start out coaching. I said, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to somebody. I get a chance to coach the Washington Redskins. I start out 0-5. 0-5 in Washington, it's a big deal. I told everybody I was just looking for a different way home at night. I told Pat, please sell the dog. I'd hate to come home and see that fellow draped over the steps. I mean, somehow we survived all that. Then we got things going there. We won some Super Bowls, so it was great. It was a great experience. Kind of one of those wild things you never think would happen to you in life. So, in any case, it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that time. Any questions? Anybody got any questions?
Crew chief Matt Kenseth next year.
Matt will probably go to Jason on the 20 car. Jason Ratcliffe, who's crew chief right now for Joey. We think a lot of him. He was in our nationwide program. And the good thing is, almost all of our drivers have raced underneath him in nationwide. So there's a lot of experience there. Unbelievable worker. Stays there forever. Him and Dave and then Derry, and I think we got our 3 crew chiefs are all about the same age, and they really get along great. So I think that'll be a good match.
Yeah.
And of course Matt, tons of experience. This is his favorite racetrack. I'll be interested to see how he runs today. I think he qualified 11th. Had a horrible practice and then turned around and qualified 11th, I think. Yep.
How much does your ring weigh?
How much is the ring? Well, I'm gonna let you find out. Okay. They are heavy. Ready? Get it. Right. There it is. The players design those, and I tell everybody they design them so big they come in handy for about 2 things. If you expect to be in a fist fight that day, or if you're trying to get upgraded to first class. Turn that around. Anybody wants to grab the ring, get a photo with it, you can grab the ring, get a photo.
And what we'll do is the same thing we did with Denny, where you can queue up, get a photograph and autograph. Steven is here once again. Johnny on the spot. We'll put Coach right against the backdrop. And we do have silver pens.
Come on, Denny.